Hi guys, peekaboo. It's Jen. Um, let's not use words in this video except to say a couple of things. It's 11:30 a.m. Eastern on the 1st of September, 2020. And what I'm going to show you now needs no words, is clearly, plainly visible. Once I move this thing that's blocking it from being seen. Because it needs no words to explain it, because once the eye visually sees it, you'll know all that you need to know. And with that this has been very humiliating these last, especially few months on camera for me, myself, and I. Well, who am I? I am whoever you say I am. That's who I am. Peekaboo. And that I send out love, appreciation, and for you all to know what an honor for me it has been to connect with the realest, most truthful, brutally honest, loving, kindest, best of the best of the best YouTube family I have met here on my channel through this journey of mine. And that's all of you. Because even though there's a device blocking me from you, I know who you are, even when I don't see you. Because I love you. And without you, I also know that there's a very good chance this video wouldn't have been made at all, because I wouldn't be standing here right now if it wasn't for each and every one of you. Even those that have, debated me. I needed that to get me to this point. All of you. I love you. So thankful. And now I'm going to show you guys something that I've been trying to get out in my mixed up, messed up, twisted up, freakishly odd, although I am a Capricorn hybrid, so, is it really my fault? Everything else in my life that I've been told or thought of or perceived as or viewed as or with a label drew a stigma that I am the only one who knows me completely, absolutely, with room to learn. But no one outside of me truly knows the whole me, just what is perceived to be. And I've been struggling with something lately, and those of you who know me best will know exactly what those things multiple are. So today being September 1st, it's the first of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Yeah, that's my no voice, hardly left rendition of Bone Thugs. So, okay. Sometimes what you see is not what you get. But regardless and despite, you'll know the real ones because you'll feel it right here. You won't have to try to remember and think it. This person told me that, but they say, you'll feel it. That's how you know. If it doesn't make you feel like I'm feeling about all of my loved ones right now, it's not true. Then you know all you need to know. So, I learned too, because as much as I try to teach and I mix up my words or something gets miscommunicated or it's implied, I don't know, messed up when blah, 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 wah, 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 Bueller happens, I'm just going to let each and every one of you, whoever chooses to view at all, me, well, what's going on with me and what's been torturing me for this past year. While I've taken some pretty rough beatings from those around me, and some of those are responsible for it, and they need to be held accountable because it's the right thing to do, no matter what way it's sliced and diced and this and that. Remove the fluff. Or as this one says, the bullshiznit. Just get to the point. Because I'm a Capricorn goat and I'm a stubborn one because I don't have patience because I ain't got time. Because I've been paying the price in every way, shape, and form. And kept in a state of torture and suffering for long enough, more than. So allow me, without words, to just stand here and be me and allow you all to perceive me in whatever way you will. And I'm still going to love you regardless of what you do or don't. Okay? Here we go. And just know that this last part of the journey has also been the most humiliating for me. But I think, no. All that's about to change. I gotta look in the mirror so I can mix. Oh, shoot, what am I doing? I don't know. Mirrors and devices, and let's just get a close-up, shall we? Oh, it would help if I aimed the lens at me. Sometimes there just aren't words. You just have to see it for yourself. Because only until you do will you maybe choose to believe or not. But I do know, because I am here and present and have been every day, each and every moment of every day, what I have been suffering with and reaching out for help in hopes of finding a remedy for. Truthfully, yes, so I could end my suffering. And there have been days that I have wanted to do just that. One way or another. And somehow I held on. But the reason I held on was not for me. I hope you can believe me. Because it has not been very enjoyable. Every moment of every waking day. And now that we're at September, I can confidently say and accurately say for 300 and some plus days of this. On top of other things in my personal life that are personal to me, but heart-wrenching emotionally. And all of these things that I am suffering, all of them are not of me or done by me, to me, for me. But they're happening all over me. And I am the only one dealing with it. And for me, as you can see here from the past, well, that used to be me. I don't live in the past anymore, so it's taken its toll one way or another. Especially when the ones who have the responsibility and accountability, one is evicting me today. That's right. Today, I have to be out of here in a couple of hours with nowhere to go, nothing, and no way to get there. That's not this. That's a cut, former cut that won't heal, but may have something to do with this, but didn't cause this. I don't know what the back of my head looks like, but I guess we will see. These gnat-like flying whatever they are, I have been either ignored, turned away from by, or labeled and judged because my medical records, which contained an incorrect diagnosis from the past, was used against me in this here court of law. Just saying. I have not received any care from the 3 physicians at the emergency room. Life-threatening? Well, only I can answer that because I live it. And mentally, yep, life-threatening. When hours of your time every day are consumed with dealing with this. Life-threatening. I can say absolutely. You know, as a female looking like this, does some damage. Whether, as the doctor put it, I don't see anything. Well, guess what? I'm not a liar. But you're going to have to choose if you believe me or not. And that's why I'm so appreciative of my friends and family who have, without me having to try to force them to get them to hear me or convince them to believe me. They just did and have supported me in what ways they could. Oh, you guys are a saving grace. Abso-freaking-lutely. Because my truth is, most days, I just wanted to blow my brains out, pretty much. So I might have used a little substance or something here and there to just get through. So I could have a chance to live too. Or yeah. Maybe something that is considered illegal to me might have just saved my life, because when you have to stay up for hours upon hours upon hours upon hours and you are so exhausted, but you aren't allowed to rest. Oh, excuse me. Sometimes you need a little help, a little crutch, some kind of substance, something, someone, somewhere, somehow, because you're at a loss anymore as to how it's possible that the one who claims authority, which is part of our government, and it is the housing department, is not taking care of this, but inspected it and said everything was fine. Well, like I said multiple times, but she was too busy talking over me when I called about my landlord shutting my water off on me because I couldn't afford to pay my utility bill during a worldwide global pandemic, which I know what I call it, but that's neither here nor there. So 3 times she repeated, well, did you pay your electric bill? Well, did you pay your electric bill? And I very clearly, without being an asshole to her, said, that's not the point, ma'am. It's illegal to do that. And furthermore, my water has been off for 2 days. I have had no running water for 48 hours. And I have a condition which requires it. Well, did you pay your electric bill? Ma'am, please. And I'm almost in tears at that point. And then one more time. Well, did you pay your electric bill or utility bill? Sorry, I messed up the words. But you get the point, I hope. Because I sure did. And then that stimulus to stimulate the economy back into booming, that whopping $1,200, because mine started at 0 because I received nothing. although clearly incapacitated to be able to work when you consider all things, such as my personal current state of being entirely, as well as, oh yeah, a global worldwide pandemic preventing me from doing so. Yeah. Even if it's temporary, it's still an option to be determined eligible to receive Social Security disability. Because, oh yeah, I could almost promise it, but I don't let those words come out of this mouth. That always tells the truth. Sometimes brutally, like an asshole. Sometimes pleading, crying, begging, screaming, sometimes while being ignored or told what I am or what I should be or am not, like the dermatologist, which I also saw in May, who took a step towards me in a confrontational manner because I happened to mention that I had researched, because I had a lot of time to do that this past year. And I happened to mention the word, I'm not going to say now because I don't want this one taken. Starts with an M, ends with a Ellens, and it's not melons. There's something in the middle there. But if you want to know and you don't know, you might have to go back in my vids or ask somebody to find out what that is. Because I mentioned that is clearly, all of you can't be delusional, right? Because I'm pretty confident everybody is seeing, or my camera is getting the right lighting, or whatever, have you. It's pretty clear. Now that it got to this point, it's pretty darn clear. I would say anyways. But then again, I only speak on my behalf because I'm not any of you. So I can't say what you are for sure 100% seeing right now. Do I know that to be fact? No, because I'm not you and I'm not there. And I'm not the viewer. Well, I am, but I'm not. But I am, but I'm not. See how things get a little twisted on the flip side of the matrix? Clearly, I know because I experience it. And as the dermatologist in May took a step towards me in a confrontational manner, and I'm pretty good at perceiving what that is because I've had a lot of people step to me like that who are of the opposite sex, maybe. I don't know. I can't remember right now. But I'm not insane. But, my medical records claim, falsely, but they claim that I was in the past diagnosed with bipolar disorder, depressed. Well, yeah, that's a lot of us today, these days. A lot of people I know that don't even have to tell me because I can see it all over them. And I'm not talking about that. Thank goodness. It is a suffering the likes of which I could never fathom. And I've known some suffering here. Quite a bit, as a matter of fact. by my own hands. No, by others. Well, because of that, my behaviors and actions and things aren't always right and correct and just perfectly so all the time. Because those things caused me to have some emotional issues. Or maybe some behavioral issues or something. Reactions in a negative way, which signal or should to a medical professional, or 5, which is the truth. 3, emergency room. 1, dermatologist. And a couple weeks ago, my personal primary care physician, who is on vacation right now, and whose nurse said over the phone, no, I could not have his email or his phone number, and no, I could not contact him to see if he would get in contact with me. Oh yeah, back to the dermatologist. As she stepped to me and said, you don't have bugs. And I purposely, so she would know that I knew, because there were other physical witnesses, which was the medical assistant or nurse who gathered my information when I first signed in, as well as another doctor I didn't meet because she had a mask on and she never said a word. She stood there, but she was there. So I purposely said, whoa, and took a step back very dramatically, purposely, to let her know 2 things. That I knew why she did that so confrontationally. Because as I was standing there, it wasn't anywhere near this bad yet, but things were coming out and you could clearly see it on the carpet, and it didn't make sense. And for me, I get a signal inside immediately if something's not adding up. Just so. Balancing exactly out. Because then that tells me something. I don't know what, but something about this smells a little fishy. That was to let her know. Then I knew she knew that already. Because why would a doctor, especially a specialist who never even took the one, see, when they fly in your eye all day or night and more, whatever, whenever they choose to, out of the blue, and it freaks you out. It causes a reaction. It just takes a moment, because even though these little dumb bot, nat bot, nan, whatever they are, I don't even care. Well, because they do that to you, and you're just not expecting it, so you have that reaction that you can't help. Your heart is still affected because it causes stress. It's like when you see an infant and they hear a loud noise and they go, that's stress on the heart. So back to possibly life-threatening, I'd say so, but what do I know? Because she never even took out a microscope or a lens or anything, or did the one thing I asked, which was, can you at least just take a skin scraping and send it to the lab? No, nothing was done And I hope I make that clear now. Well, I'm going back today. And this time I actually do have someone, my roommate that has been here, to see with their own eyes physically and witness finally for me themselves with their own eyes, who's actually going to do me a solid and stand next to me. I'm like, is this really happening? Oh, because the other doctor in the emergency room said that I should see a crisis counselor and go inpatient in the mental ward because it's a delusional. I'm hallucinating it. It's not really there. Well, I beg to differ, and guess what? Beggars can be choosers, because I'm choosing to go represent myself to them. Thank you. Don't any of you feel like, I wish I could have been... You were. One way, shape, form. I don't care about the fluff and puff and stuff. Complication. This Capricorn gets to the point. You were. Weren't you?